Hey everyone, so this is the first time I'm doing a general market video on this channel. Please do share your feedback if you would like to see a weekly video covering the broader range of topics like these. So in this video, I'll share some articles that is going to give you a general idea on where we can see the market in the coming weeks and months. And please note that no one has a crystal ball, and these are my opinion only after reading few articles, which has helped me a lot in the past in making sound decisions. I don't think I've shared that in the previous videos, but I'm a very old school person when it comes to news. I actually still get most of my news from old school printed newspapers. I do have digital subscriptions, but I love reading Wall Street Journal and other news media in the print form, as I personally get to take in more information when I'm reading from a book or a paper as compared to from a screen because of all the distraction and the bells and the notifications that comes in the way. So what is market telling us? As we have seen in many media outlets, articles, YouTube videos, that market has continued to push higher and higher in general. And the reason is simple. Low interest rate and Fed is not acting as they are also scared of taking any steps. Dow Jones, S&P have not seen any pullback since January, and S&P usually sees 3 of these 5% pullbacks in a year. So when we talk about a pullback, we need to talk about catalyst. We thought that we are getting done with the pandemic, but new Delta variant has put a water on those dreams. And then the infrastructure bill came along and we thought that, okay, that's another catalyst for the stock market. But both of those catalysts have been quiet for a while and we have not seen much movement. I won't be surprised if we see some choppy waters for September and October until we get some answers on the bill, and also the pandemic news gets better and the Delta variant gets less and less prevalent. So I'm going to share some news articles that is making me think this way. Now on your screen, I have outlined some of these news articles, and again, these are my opinion only and I'm not a financial advisor. So number one is we cannot ignore the chip shortages right here. As you can see, products wait unfinished part for cars. These are all the cars at the Ford location just parked outside waiting for the chips to come in so they can be then added in these cars and they can go and get sold in the market. Chip shortages have been in front and center for all of us, and many companies from car makers to cell phone makers are concerned. It's not only the high-end chips, no, it's the small things like capacitors. Look at this, smartphone component gets scarce. These are very small capacitors, which is also taking a hit, affecting the phones, tablets along the way, and making it harder for companies like Apple, Google, Samsung to keep prices low, because again, if the supply is less, the price goes up. And also at the same time, they have to maintain those low prices to be competitive. They have to supply enough so they can give it to the people, those who wants to buy it. I'm really excited to see what Apple will announce, what their delivery is going to look like for the new iPhone, because I know that Apple has been hit by this as well. On top of that, the recent hit in Delta variant in Asia has really hampered the recovery. As we know that Taiwan is a big manufacturer of these semiconductors or these microchips, it has been really hit hard because of this virus surge. This will be a big one, and I could see this continue well into mid to late 2022. Number two, right here. In Europe, 70% of adults are vaccinated. Now, I always say that Europe is about 3 to 4 weeks ahead of us. This is true with the pandemic when COVID hit. It came true with the Delta variant, and I feel they're also ahead in vaccines. And we are playing just catch up here. So if UK shuts down flights, for example, due to COVID or due to Delta, I starts to roll back on travel stocks because I know it's coming here. We are still only 53% vaccinated right here. As you can see, fully vaccinated is about 53.3% and at least one dose of 62.7%. So I'm keeping my eye on the infection rate, just recently 18% up in 2-week trend. Also with the new school opening, we could see more and more infections and more people getting quarantined. I personally know 2 families that have been quarantined within the first week of school because one of the kids came out positive. So this is really hard time to see how it's going to happen, especially with the new Delta variant, especially with the schools opening. This is really a tricky situation where we are right now. Now, this is where it gets really scary. And when I say scary, I don't mean in any ill way. Of course, we are talking about stock market here. So this is where it gets really scary. NASDAQ Dow is touching all-time highs, and Delta variant is threatening the job growth right here. S&P, NASDAQ climbed to record high, and then the next article I read is Delta variant throttles job growth. Now, along with that, in the same newspaper, they were talking about how Fidelity is adding 9,000 more jobs and how Walmart plans to add 20,000 workers and Amazon seeks to hire 55,000 for office tech roles. Okay, people are already scared of Delta variant, and on top of that, now we will have all these jobs available, which you might say it's a good thing, but these big companies will be able to pay more to attract workers who will quit working for small companies and join the companies, those who are paying higher, and get into that vicious cycle. This is not a good thing, even though creating job is amazing, but people, those who are scared of going out and working, will still be scared going out and working. They are attracting people, those who are already working for small businesses, that is going to make small business suffer because they can afford to pay higher. Some of them might shut down, some of them say, you know what, we can't deal with this, and they might go on government for help, or they might seek government assistance. Then that cycle will continue. So I feel personally that we are in a zone where no one has a clue on what to expect in the coming weeks and months. And while all the indexes are making new highs every day, now if the Fed starts to taper and or talks about raising the interest rate sooner, I would not be surprised to see a correction of 10 to 20% before the end of the year at some point. But I still feel that we will end the year positive overall on all major indexes. That's my opinion again, that we will see some downturn, we will see some kind of market correction in the coming months. It could be as small as 5%, as big as 20%, but overall the year will finish in green. My goal is to build my portfolio with quality stocks, which we'll be able to get at a discount if the correction does happen. But again, this is the time when we have to look at our portfolio and see, okay, if we are up even 2%, 1% on a stock that we are not very highly convinced, it's a good time to get out. That's what I'm doing. I'm actually getting out of all my low conviction stocks because I feel that when the time comes for correction, I need to have money on the side to buy my favorite stocks. I hope I provided some value, and if you like content like this, then do comment below so I can continue making videos like this on a weekly basis. Thank you for giving me your time. As always, love you all. Until next time, you all have a sparkling day.